Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and just do a little test drive. This is without the S&B filter. You know, and basically I am going to be looking for miles per gallon. And let's see, right now I just filled up and I'm currently getting like a little over 15.6 miles per gallon. Okay, so I am getting 15.6 miles per gallon, which I think and that's really around town, and I think that's good for you know, a big V8 5.3 Vortec truck. So and once I'm gonna see if we can hear a little bit of that exhaust. I do have the windows rolled up. You know, and you see the RPMs went like 2.5 to almost 3. And hopefully with that S&B Cold Air intake, we not only would be saving on gas as far as miles per gallon, as far as fuel intake, I think it's going to sound a little better as well. Alright crew, so welcome back to the channel. We are back with another installation, guys, and an upgrade for the 2018 GMC Elevation. I told you guys that it was coming and we finally got it in, guys. So this is going to be an install on an S&B Cleanable filter, guys. So this filter here is supposed to give us 37% more airflow, and also it says 99% more efficiency. So we're going to put this here on a 2018 Elevation truck, guys, and we're going to give this thing here a run for its money. We're going to do a little test pulls on it, and I'm going to drive it around for a few weeks. And right now I'm getting about 15 miles per gallon, and actually for a 2018 V8 truck, I think that's going to be, actually that's pretty good mileage, and it's just around town, not a lot of highway miles. So we're going to test it before and after, guys, and that's what I'm getting now. And we're going to see if this baby is going to give us a little bit more boost as well. Hey, so without further ado, let's get into this install. We're going to open this thing up and see what's in here. I set this here to the side and we'll pull everything out. So it says stop and read first. This is going to be my oil filter, my cleanable one. I'm pretty sure. Got a few stickers. And this is my, this is a pretty big air filter. And it's an oil air filter, cleanable, reusable as well, guys. So this is going to give us a lot more airflow through that motor, guys. Come with a few seals. Gasket, more stickers. Man, big old air box. Nice size air box. Not much to it. Then you got your couplings. S&B here. You got your brackets and your rings, and you got your cutoff here at the bottom. Alright guys, so this are the tools that you need to for this install. Basic tools. You need a tab remover, you need an 8mm and a 10mm socket set, a flathead and a Phillips head screwdriver, a T15 socket set, and also I'm going to use my DeWalt handheld screwdriver. The first thing you want to do with this install is to remove the positive terminal on the battery, so you won't have no shortages. And of course I got a few extra things like my amp research power steps that I need to go ahead and disconnect, and I can hook up that later. The next thing I'm going to go ahead and disconnect so I won't forget It's the mass airflow sensor. And you got a little red tab here that you push up. And you should be able to just squeeze the tabs and lift straight up. It's a tab right there after you push the red clip up. And then with the T15 bit, take the necessary 2 screws out and take this out easily because you reuse this, so make sure you put this somewhere safe. So the next thing we're going to do is remove the hoses that's on the resonator box. You basically squeeze and pull out, and then you got another one same way that's on the manifold. Is in a little tight spot there. Should be able to just squeeze down and just pull up. And then we'll go to the other side there, squeeze it, and then you pull it away. And then the bottom one, squeeze and pull up. I'm doing this with one hand. All right, and set these to the side. Next, we're gonna move our clamps. 2 clamps. One of them is on the throttle body, that's there. And then the other one is right beside your mass airflow. Loosen this up. Then you should be able to separate it. Alright. Then your reservoir should come right up. Then we're just going to lift the reservoir straight up. Voila. So with the air filter box, there's 4 little screws, 8mm screws. One there, one there. You got one right there. And then you got this one little one here that we'll take out. Now, just a little hint, a little problem I was running into, I thought maybe there was some other screws underneath the original air filter box, but you just gotta yank like crazy, and there's actually some tabs, and I'll show you on the bottom of it, and this will come right up and pull out. These tabs are like suction cups. So at first I thought there was more screws, but these little suction cups, don't be afraid to pull them. They're not gonna break, they're just tabs, but they're sucked on there really good. And then once you pull this off, you have your plate down there which you need to take off. So let's do that next. So there's 4 screws for your air filter plate that needs to come off. You got one there. You have one here, which I've taken out. And then you got one over here. Here. And then you got one there. And I must say that DeWalt 2 is working out really well. It's getting into tight spaces, and it's working out awesome. So right now it's worth its weight in gold. Alright guys, so the next step, we're supposed to move the coolant reservoir, because I think we can get it in there without removing it. And then we need to get our tool here so we can remove some of these clips. And I don't want to remove all of them. I think we can get to it just by moving a few of them. So I am going to use another tool that wasn't in my tool description. So this is just a little ratchet that's easy to get underneath here. So I'm going to use this here to take you over to the table. There's a few things that you need to do to your air box before you actually put it into place. So the first thing is going to be this centerpiece here that goes up against the firewall, and it has the little grooves here that you just basically insert it on. Very easy fit. and also you got your bottom plate. And a lot of people can either, you know, they leave them out or they put them in. We're going to put ours in, guys, for airflow, because it's going to be a little bit airflow coming through here from the engine compartment, and actually it goes from the inside. That's all you have to do to that. All right, guys, next we're going to go ahead and install our tubing and also our mass airflow sensor. And this here is made out of ABS plastic, so it's good and solid. You got your cushion. So here, gonna go here, and then you got your. This is made of billet, and you want to make sure that the knob side is up, so it'll be flat. And you have longer screws that'll go on the outside. All right, next, guys, we're gonna put the mass airflow sensor back in. Let's just take a quick second and just look at the big difference of how much they are so different, but they do the same job, but one of them does the job a lot better. So now, as you see, even though this is a factory here, as you see, the reservoir is just so much larger and bigger, and also you got the container here as far as the air cleaner. You know, you just got so many different restrictions that's gonna not allow that air to flow very smooth compared to the S&B filter here, guys. You got two components, guys, that's just, you know, very contained. Inside here, you got an open bay area, which you're gonna get a lot of good airflow, no restrictions. As you see, it's just basically one tube, ABS tubing going straight into the air box there. That's gonna give you much flow and a lot more boost of power, guys. So you can see the big difference here. I mean, of course, this is factory, of course it works, but it's just not pushing out the max capacity that it could be putting out. So that's why we're actually going with this S&B filter here, guys. So now let's go ahead and get this into the truck. So first thing, we're gonna get this reservoir. Slide this right up in there. You gotta line up with the factory hose. Right, one thing that you don't want to forget, guys, before you put your 4 bolts in there, you got your filter bracket that'll lean on, because that filter is a little heavy. So those will go right there in your original place where your bolts go into, and you just drill that in there, and your reusable filter will fit right on top of that. All right, guys, now we're gonna get our 8-ply reusable filter, and we'll put it in here. It should slide down in there. Just drop it in there, put it in the hole, and it has a little snap. You should snap it just like that. You see it's in there. All right, guys, so next you're gonna get your couplings, and this is gonna fit up against your throttle body. And there's only 2 couplings in here, and basically the smaller size with the A11665C-00. That coupler is going to go in your throttle body. And you also got the 2 rings, the coupler rings, clamps. They're size 64. And what is going to happen is that the smaller end is going to go here. And make sure you keep those loose. Just hand tight. You don't want to tighten them up yet. And then your other coupling will go up against your air filter. And make sure you do the same thing with your clamps as well. Put your clamps on your reusable filter, and you're gonna have one clamp size that's gonna be different, and the sizes, if you're not sure, let me see if it'll focus, would be on the ring itself. And this one is a 72, and then the other ones are 64. See that the other ones are stamped. Don't want to tighten those up yet. Alright, guys, so we are basically 90% done with this install. Go ahead and put the S&B PVC line on there. Just snap it in here. Make sure it's on here properly. That. Fit right up in there, nice and snug. Take a sensor, plug that back in. All right, next up, you're gonna get your hose that's connected to the heads. Just push this one on, and then this one here wraps around here. And make sure you get your screws, loosen them up or tighten them accordingly. Then we'll do the driver's side. Over here. And then connect here. Alright, then you tighten them up. So whenever you get to this step here, guys, you know that you are at the finish line. So this right here goes over your box. This is acrylic plate. Just pull this here off. Alright guys, so now since we took the plastic off, what we need to do next is put a gasket around the edges here. Alright, it goes around here, and then we'll be finished. And once I finish with this here, guys, don't forget to put your crossbar back across and also hook up your positive lead on your battery. And then we will be ready for the first startup, guys. And I will turn you guys back on once everything is complete. So we're here to see how this baby sounds. All right, crew, so this is the finished product, man. And I tell you what, she's looking really clean. And since I had everything out of the bay, and now I can actually reach, and everything is pretty accessible compared to that big reservoir, I actually went on ahead and cleaned her up and stuff, and she's really clean and a lot more space in here, as you guys can see. All right, so let's go ahead and start up for the first time. She sounds really solid, so let's go ahead and take her out on the road for our first test drive. Alright guys, so we've been driving around, and I tell you what, I can already, oh, do you hear that? He got that throttle going. Already I can tell, like I said, and I can just by listening, I don't know if you can hear it, but it is a lot deeper, that growl that I like. And once I put my dual exhaust on here, it's gonna sound so much better as well. Oh wow, man, oh man. So hey guys, this is gonna be it for this video. I would definitely do an update after I drive for about 100 miles. I'll see if I get better gas mileage, but I'm already loving the sound of it. And like I said, once I put those dualies on here, man, oh man, she's gonna be a whole new beast, that's for sure. But I can tell that that S&B filter have actually woken that motor up a little bit. You know, more air is flowing through that motor and stuff. Just, I mean, I've been driving for just 15 minutes and already I can hear it. I always pay attention to my motor and stuff, make sure it's changing gears properly and everything. So I can tell that there's a lot more airflow going through this system. So hey, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video, guys. I mean, it did not take us long at all. I mean, the instructions say 30 minutes, but of course I'm recording and everything, so it took me roughly about an hour. So if you guys like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, guys. And also, don't forget to continue putting your post notification bell on. That way, you'll get all the greatest and latest videos for me, guys. So hey, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. You know, I'm at around 250 subscribers right now. I really want to try to get to 500, guys. That's gonna be our next goal, is get to 500 subs. You know, so it doesn't look like we're gonna get to it by the end of this year, but hopefully by February or March, guys, we'll be at that goal, guys. So hey, thanks for watching my video, guys, and also thanks for subscribing to this channel, guys. And hey, like I always tell people, if you got a good cigar, a fast car, a truck, smoke them if you got them, baby. CJ is out, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.